What's going on, world? What's going on, Japan? So, Ubisoft finally gave us some more Assassin's Creed content. This one's interesting, and they just need to chill out with the music. But it's like, yeah, let's just dive right into this and let's react along the way. By the way, y'all like, subscribe. Y'all like this type of content. I'll also be renting this game on their service so that I can play it as well, not buying it. And if y'all didn't see my other coverage on this, look across it on my channel. I professionally covered every angle you could possibly cover on this game. Like I said, I'll be doing other games too. There's tons of gaming content coming, but right now, this is important to pay attention to, and I'm deep in it. All right, y'all, let's get going.
One
Episode
thing we
1.
really wanted to do at the start is deliver on great player fantasy. And as we started diving, we had two emerging player fantasies that were awesome, the Shinobi and the Samurai. What we didn't want is try to dilute them into one fantasy. We really wanted to explore both sides. So that's something where we said, well, we need two characters.
You should have had a ninja. It's Assassin's Creed, bro. It's stealth art. It should have been a male and female ninja. And by the way, I don't know if y'all noticed, but this looks a lot more optimized. I have it playing pretty much in 4K too.
The setting that we had, the Azuchi Momoyama period in feudal Japan, was in such a nuanced time. So it was really interesting to be able to work with dual protagonists and develop these two characters as individuals, because we really had the opportunity to explore this era by playing off these two different perspectives.
As we worked our way through it and came up with a dual protagonist, it became very clear that Naoe is the stealth character.
There's Simon who showed up on, you know,
And Yasuke is the fight character. Speed and agility on one side, then brawn and strength on the other. They differ in every possible way we could make them differ.
Our shinobi, Naoe, is the imagined daughter of a legendary Egan shinobi, Fujibayashi Nagato. And up until this point, she's actually been quite protected from a lot of the horrors of war that have been going on in other parts of Japan. So this is going to be her first real taste of what lies beyond, and it has a profound impact on her.
I wanted to have the stealth as a core pillar in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Player will recognize the classic Assassin's Creed experience in Naoe, but we're adding a lot of things that make her super unique. So
yeah, it definitely looks well optimized. This looks a lot more optimized than what we've seen before, and it definitely blows other Assassin's Creeds out of the water when it comes to like next gen presentation. I can see that right away.
she's the best assassin ever.
We wanted Naoe to be extremely fast, efficient, acrobatic. We've worked a lot to make sure that she has the coolest, most
This is the only part of the game that makes me interested in it.
spectacular parkour we could give her. She can squeeze in tight corners. She can go prone, meaning that the character can go underbelly and just crawl around in the dirt and disappear from view.
I like that.
We really wanted to leverage all the light elements that come with our new tech and use it in a core way for our Shinobi fantasy specifically. So what that means, at night, you have to read the environment and hide in the pockets of shadows that are cast naturally in the world. And that affects how NPCs can see you and if they can sense you at all.
What we want the player to experience is the feeling of being the predator. So you feel like a ninja, you can break light, you can vanish in the shadows, and you're flipping on roof with the physics-based grappling hook, so the stealth is more rich than ever, and you really feel that she's like a blade in the shadows.
See, that feels like Assassin's Creed. As much controversy was going on, if you would have shown something like that first and shown it the right way, because the way they presented this game right off the bat with him is just completely wrong. And I think first impressions definitely can hurt you if you do it wrong. But that right there, that I actually liked. I just have to be honest. I'm not going to be fake about how I feel. Like I said, I've liked this series for a long time. If you would have showed me that, and you based the game off of that with the Mel Ninja, that just would have been so perfect and working with Japan even more to be more historically accurate. Rather than presenting it as that, instead of it just saying it could have just been fiction. But yeah, let's continue.
Yasuke is our first historical protagonist in Assassin's Creed. What we know about Yasuke historically is just a bit, but it was enough to get the team really excited about the opportunity.
She made it clear. You could have just said there's only 2 documents and just a few paragraphs. That's it. And of course, all you know is a little bit.
To work with him as a character.
So why would it be that you want to do historical accuracy about something you barely know about? That to me is stupid because it needs to affect the environments in the game and everything else that fits the historical accuracy of Japan. It should have been a male Japanese character that was in that setting to where you had a lot of information on him. I'm not going to argue with anyone about that because that's the right way to do things.
He can fight his way out of anything, but he's also super smart and can think his way through things equally as well, and is going to be somebody who always has a commanding presence.
So especially in combat, when we think about Yasuke, it's really about dictating how the fight will go. And to do so, we created a mechanic called the posture attack. So he can chamber an attack, and then he can launch that attack to do massive amount of damage and take out anyone.
Yasuke is very, very strong. He can barge through reinforced doors. He can lift heavy objects that Naoe can't. But that means that he's somewhat slowed down compared to Naoe.
That hurts.
On the ground, that's where he shines.
That kind of defeats the point of Assassin's Creed Shadows.
We have 2 characters who have such different gameplay styles. So for every situation, every gameplay moment you're going to encounter, you really need to think through everything from these 2 perspectives.
Blood must be paid in blood, Yasuke.
We always want to respect player choice, so you can do quests with any character. So if you are Yasuke, you play with his strength, but also with his weakness. Same for Naoe. Each character has their own skill trees, but also they can master the different weapons. So it's not just about stats, it's about the player competency to really understand how the different mechanic works.
They have
The only thing wrong with that is that they don't understand is that we have so many samurai playstyles that are in multiple games recently. There's no ninjas, like they don't exist. It's like people were hungry for a ninja game, since Tenchu, and it's just been a while. Like, so you had the perfect opportunity to do that. I'm glad they showed this though, because at least we get to see more. That's what I was talking about. Let's wait and see what they reveal more. Now we need to see more. We need to see what's going on with the map, how everything else is going on with this game. But I would have liked, yeah, for it to be more stealth shadow oriented. I just think that them doing that kind of defeats the point of shadows and assassinations when you're adding in like brute combat.
different speeds, they have different HP, they have different gear sets, so they're very unique and they're a great balance of 2 player fantasies.
Okay. So there's going to be RPG elements.
The most exciting part of having our dual protagonists is the distinction and the fact that they don't really overlap. Narratively, they have common goals and they are aligned on what they want to do, but the way they go about it is drastically different. Sometimes playing Naoe, even if you're very good, you'll hit a wall and some enemy is gonna kick your ass and you go, you know what, let me switch. And the same is true for Yasuke. Sometimes you'll get a setup, a couple enemies are high on rooftop that you cannot quite reach and having to go, you know what, let me switch back to Naoe. And having this push-pull that players get to experience of which characters is good in what situation, it gives us lots of levers to play with and try to break the mold, I think is the most fantastic thing we've achieved with our dual protagonist from a gameplay perspective.
That's a better video than the other videos because it's like you came out and you presented him in the wrong manner. You didn't give much explanation to certain things. This one is better. At least I know what type of aspects I'm going to be dealing with. So they just need to keep doing this more. And I still think they need to address other things and really apologize, obviously. But all in all, I wasn't disappointed in this video. I like what I see with Naoe, though, big time. Like I said, I'm not really worried about the graphics because everything looks good today, but this game does look beautiful. It looks great. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it too. But like I said, I like what they're doing with Naoe for sure because that's the Assassin's Creed that I wanted when I think about Assassin's Creed being set in feudal Japan, it looks really good in that aspect. With all the other stuff, I'm not so sure about. But this is something new to really talk about. Y'all comment and let me know what y'all think. Everywhere, and Japan too as well. All right, y'all. Peace out. Glad to do this. Y'all have a great day. Evening, night too, if you're somewhere else.